Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to Studio 44. I'm very excited to get back on and showcase some more stadiums for you. Listen, I'm not going to try to hide this, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm so flattered by your guys' responses to the videos. I'm so glad that I'm finally getting a clump of submissions that I wasn't planning on recording today, but I got like two new dudes today. Yeah, two guys, and it flatters me. It's a lot of fun. I never thought it would get move this fast. I mean, I don't even have 100 subs yet, but I'm very pleased with how it's going for someone who's doing this just for the love of making baseball stadiums of all things in the world. I had no idea there were this many people who were like this in love with it. I don't know if you've seen any of my previous videos, but I've stated when I was a kid, I used to draw them growing up. I used to make them with my G.I. Joes. I used to set up books and cardboard boxes and made different size home run fences for Cobra Commander to hit out of the place. And that gave me the idea to start drawing them. And I showed you the book. I've got thousands of them. They're right here, literally thousands of them that I would draw when I was bored. And now to think that you can get on the PlayStation 5 and build them and hit home run derbies and play games and share them with other people, and they watch them, and they use them and re-upload them. It's just mind-blowing. So I've had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you so much. I know my presentation isn't that great, but I try to just make them fun, instead of, hey, look, there's a scoreboard in left field. I try to let you know what I'm excited about, the ideas that I think are really cool and creative, and, just gives you something a little more entertaining than, oh, yeah, I decided to put a scoreboard out here. Looks pretty fun. But, as few subs as I do have, I never thought I would have this many and it would come this far. So I hope it grows bigger. I'm going to keep showing stadiums. I'm going to keep making stadiums. And we're going to start with 2 or 3 brand new. I don't know if they subscribed, but they certainly submitted new stadiums for me to look at. And we're starting right here. So, okay, when I opened up this stadium, I thought, Ken Burns documentary. It just seems like one of those old school baseball fields. It's called Old Dav Stadium 2.7. The person who submitted this stadium to me did not give me his user ID, so I'm just going to call him Davin4486. To be honest, the city's in Dav, the location's in Dav, altitude of 5,279 feet, so it's up there. And the ball's going to fly. Built 1898. Now, to be honest, there's not a whole lot to look at, but man, it's simple. He did a great job of grouping these trees together. Anytime I try to do it, it looks so unnatural, but he did it in a way that makes it look really great. And it brings back memories of me hitting baseballs at my old Fireman's Park when I was, in Little League and moving up to like junior high. We had these woods behind the left field home run fence on field 2 of Fireman's Field. And there was some great satisfaction of blasting a ball over that home run fence and listening to it fly through all these trees and branches and leaves and stuff. We lost a lot of balls, but it was so worth it to hear it. So that's the kind of vibe I get through here. That's something I would like to see in future versions of Stadium Creator. What can we do to have sound effects when balls hit certain things? Wouldn't it be awesome to hear a ball fly through all these trees and you hear... I think that would be super cool. But you got the bleachers out here in left field, and as much as I like the stadium, Davin, how can you do this and I can't? This has been one of my biggest frustrations, if not the biggest, of Stadium Creator 2023. Come on, why can't I do this? Someone, I can't remember who it was, suggested starting from the right and moving your way over. That helps. I tried that. It didn't work. But this looks great to have the green padding mixed in with the wood wall. You don't see many people use the wood wall, but it certainly works on this stadium. Perfect backdrop for this type of stadium. Perfect scenery out here. Two simple little lights. And then you got a big set of bleachers in right field with a small concession stand. Oh, I didn't notice the deck on top. That's a cool choice. I like that a lot. Now, behind home plate is where I really like it. Look at that. Come on. Tell me that doesn't look... I mean, is this stadium based on one of those original parks? If you look at some of the parks that were built, say, before Fenway, they look a lot like this. So I get that vibe. It's great. Of course, it had to be modernized with the lights. But, yeah, this is super cool back here. I thought it looked really great. And, of course, he stuck with... Well, I mean, it's the tiger stripes, but you don't really see him that well in the game. So it looks like there's no pattern at all, which makes sense for an old-type baseball stadium. Of course, the Atlanta Braves waterfall out here in left center field. I think that's from Atlanta, right? Does it say it? What kind of prop it is? No, it just says Stadium Waterfall Exhibit. But, yeah, I mean, it's simple. There's not a lot going on, but just the way he put it together works really nice. And, of course, using the old-school roof. You know, not a lot going on outside the stadium. I've said it a million times. I myself don't spend a lot of time on it just because you don't see it. Oh, well, this looks cool. Yeah, this looks really cool. Adding this little brick, probably to hold up the pillars, but it could work as like a walkway. Yeah, great job, Davin. I love this one. For whatever reason, your name did not show up. I can't begin to express how frustrating it is when you try to look up a user by their name and it doesn't work. But what are you going to do? I'm having that problem with Adrian. Adrian, if you're listening again, shout out. Let me know what Pioneer Field looks like so I can pick out the specific one. I tried to go by the scoreboard. Your scoreboard's favorite team, shows up when you download it and when you upload it. So I can't remember why it didn't work that way, but yeah. All right, back to this field. Davin, great job. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thanks for your patience. I think you submitted the stadium a while ago. And to anyone else who may have submitted a stadium a while ago and I've missed it, please submit it again. Please post another comment. For some reason, I don't get every notification that comes up. I've been trying to do better about saving the comments. Maybe I need to find a better system to get requests sent right to me so I don't have to go through each video to look for comments. But, yeah, great job on Old Dav Stadium. And wait a second, is this? Yeah, Old Dav Stadium 2.7. Great work. I hope to see more stadiums from your future. I didn't get to look at your vault because, like I said, I just can't find your name up. Is it an Xbox PS4 type thing or PS5 type thing? Are, like, PS5 users showing up and Xbox users not? I don't know. I haven't paid close enough attention. Okay, well, I have a lot of stadiums to get through, so let's move on. Okay, you can find this stadium out in Oakland, California. It's called the Cisco Field. It was created by one of my favorite users from MLB The Show 22. And when I first got on 23, I looked for this user but couldn't find any stadiums from him. But today, I remembered to look for him again, and he's back. Marco 113002, one of my favorite creators from the, MLB The Show 22, had some great stadiums. I looked briefly through his vault today. He doesn't have a whole lot in there, but man, the ones that are in there look fantastic. I can't wait to get into more of his stadiums. Now, the reason I started with this one is because someone's got to tell me the history of this stadium. I've seen Cisco Fields all over the place, even back to the original version of this game. Was this going to be like a new Oakland stadium, or was this Oakland before their crappy stadium that they have now? But every version of the stadium is different, but they all seem to have the brick in the background with bleachers coming off them, or like, the luxury suites coming off them, and then this triangle type seating section in the corner over here into another building and left. And then, seats on the roof and then around. It's pretty standard outside of this brick under here. Is this an old stadium that people are recreating? Is this renderings from a stadium that never came? Like, I know there's a lot of people who tried to create the stadium that was going to show up at Howard Terminal in Oakland, but was this a thing in the past? I tried to look it up. I couldn't really find a straight answer. So if anyone knows, please leave that in the comments. This is different, though. This deck that goes back, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And if I know Marco, this doesn't seem 100% complete, but I mean, it could be. Marco, I'm telling you, be on the lookout for this guy. He's got some great stuff. I've always enjoyed his stadiums. I think I featured one of his stadiums in the very first video I ever made. So I don't know how many of you have gone back that far into the 22 version of the game, but yeah, he's got some fun stuff that I've posted and I've used in the Ricky Davis League before. So I just wanted to throw this one in here. I love this area back here, how he caged it in kind of manually. He custom, built this section instead of using the holes in the walls. But it turned out really nice. And this whole little like patio section down here looks fantastic. Marco does great work. He's got the little pine trees up here with benches. Fabulous. So I'll definitely be showcasing more from him. He's already got a couple that caught my eye, but like I said, I just wanted to start with this one to see if anybody knew a little bit more about the background of this Cisco field thing, because I've seen it everywhere. But let's move on. Next up, we have Court Square in Long Island City, New York, altitude of 43 feet, built in the grand old year of 2023. This one comes to us from Johnson 27769. I dug this one. I love the new football stadium. I think it looks great from the outside, but some people, I mean, they don't put it in the right spot, it seems like. But this one was placed, you just can catch a glimpse of it. You just catch a glimpse. And I think that makes a lot of sense instead of being able to see the whole thing. But I mean, a lot of towns do this. A lot of cities do this, where they'll put the baseball stadium and the basketball stadium, the football stadium. I know Cleveland, Jacobs or Progressive Field and the basketball court are like right across the street from each other, or kitty corner. Philadelphia, there's like a stadium complex. They're all right there. So it makes sense that a lot of places do that. I think Seattle, right? Isn't T-Mobile Park and the football stadium really close together? But I mean, right field's pretty standard with field level and a second deck with concessions and the giant Cleveland scoreboard in the background. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't know how many Yankee fans we have watching, but I've been trying to get out of the John Flaherty voice. I don't know if you remember John Flaherty. He doesn't do as many games anymore, but after everything he'd say, he'd go up like this, and I found myself doing it, and it was driving me nuts. After editing 2 videos pretty much back to back, everything I said. Here we go. We got the station square in the background. Looks good. Stand up to cancer sign. I found myself doing that a lot, so I'm trying to work on that. I love this bleacher section out here. I said in one of my latest videos that I never could get this bleacher section to look good, but once again, this gentleman pulled it off. It looks really great, and I think the adding this fence in the background really helped with that. Made it look really nice. I always loved using the opposite side of this sign as a wall. I love the trim to go with the brick, and then using it to encase this whole section. Looks really nice. Very creative use of the steakhouse place, the cold drink steakhouse. And this is smart. You always should top this off. You should always put the fans in those houses or the steakhouse, wherever there's seats, always put the fans there. I think it looks so much better. It just stinks that they can't get the hint that they should really have them already in there. These picnic tables, people should already be sitting in there. And if not, give us standing room only fans, because we can probably bunch them in with the picnic tables and it'll blend in easier than pulling the bleachers up in there. I've seen people get really creative with them and do really good work, but shouldn't have to take those measures to get that. Oh yeah, this was the other part I really liked. This looks great. The field level seating going right into the dirt area or the grass area with these little benches and picnic tables or whatever they are. Great idea. I love this. And he put this building back here. Again, I think it's from Atlanta. Down the line, beer and wine. Great idea. Perfect. Two scoreboards up here. I love this little section back here. Really, really nice. And he blended in the restaurant back here. I don't know where. I don't remember that's from. Is that the one from Cleveland, or is Buddy M's in Cleveland? I don't remember. But last time I was in Cleveland, I got food from that place. Nachos. It was, oh my God, I think it was like pulled pork nachos. So good. But yeah, pretty standard. Down the line and behind home plate, just a lot of decks. Old school roof with the old school lights. Plenty of flags. Great city. And the bridge in the background. Oh yeah, look at this. You got some, you got a river back here. River? Lake? Pond? It's got to be a river, right? I don't know. Well, it is closed off. I mean, it kind of has to be closed off because the city's circular, right? But always a great idea to blend these guys in the pre-set buildings, I think, because they're so big. I wish you could like spin the circle around. I always tend to hide these two buildings, especially this one. These are the ones you always see, and I get tired of seeing this weird point, this weird little pyramid on top of this building. So I often take a building and just cover it right up. Just because I get tired of seeing that stupid building. Because it's right in center field. But wouldn't it be nice if you could just like spin your stadium around and for something different once you're facing here? I don't know. Something to think about, SDS, if you're watching. Which you probably aren't, because I've complained too much about Stadium Creator, which is a tool I really, really love. But yeah, great work, Johnson 27769. Real quick before we head out, let's throw them lights on. Looks fabulous. He lit out this little plaza area, which I didn't spend enough time on, by the way. But you got the concessions in the gate, the fountain just outside, court station square. They got a street. Oh, great idea, putting the scoreboard outside of the stadium. Got some floating lights to light up the plaza area, but we can live with that. Look at this. This is a good idea. This light kind of shows off this little entrance or the little windows. Yeah, gorgeous. I was watching Sewell's video today, Sewell 21, his Stadiums That Inspire video. I don't know how he has the patience to do that beautiful camera work. I try, but I just can't pull it off. Looks great. I hope I don't make you guys sick with my camera work. But, oh, what are these? Oh, they're the flags. Gotcha. Okay, awesome work, Johnson, and we will move on. Vegas Front Park, ladies and gentlemen, Las Vegas, Nevada, once again, altitude of 620 feet, built in 2023. Vegas is a popular place to build stadium creator stadiums. Obviously, there's no team in Vegas. The A's, I know, are probably going there. In fact, this stadium is supposed to be an idea for Oakland to move into, and it's fantastic. Now, real quick. You see the look on my face right now? Tell you what. We'll make it really big. This look right here means I really liked your stadium. But I'm pissed that you came up with these ideas before me. Now, I think we've seen my big, ugly face long enough. Shrink that back down. And back to it. This dude, this facing looks amazing. Super, super freaking fantastic. So I said, oh, that's the lazy river. He made it a deck, and there's the lazy river inside. But no, he covered up the lazy river with wood and put the concession stands on top. Amazing idea. Why didn't I think of that? It really makes me mad when you guys come up with these great ideas before me. He's got a cool little bleacher section out here that leads up to a concourse. I love this little hotel blended in. Again, it's a cool little structure, but you hide the bottom of it, and it looks like it fits right in the stadium. Puts the little hotel, or not the hotel, little restaurant on top. Got some solar panels up here. It looks amazing. He's got another little restaurant hidden underneath. I've always liked this restaurant, but can never find a way. Plus, it's expensive. If you're new to my videos, I tend to refer to the memory of certain items in a monetary sense. Those that take up a lot of memory, I call them expensive. I mean, it's beautiful. This great little section over here, fantastic. And I love it when you use the end caps as the fence. I think it looks so much better than using a chain link fence. I'm usually pretty happy using this one, but I mean, this stacked brick looks really great, you know, as a backdrop, as a wall, instead of the same old concourses. Even though they added a bunch of new concourses, which, speaking of this little like extra batter's eye, cool idea. But I love that they created this grass. I mean, because a lot of people use it as like ivy, and I think it looks really cool as a backdrop, which he did here. Now, I mentioned this, you know, opening the stadium. The bars or the sign. Yeah, it looks like it's the Las Vegas sign or the Hall of Fame sign, but a lot of people use it for Welcome to Las Vegas. It gives me a window vibe, which makes me think that maybe this roof extends somehow. Because, I mean, I've said it a million times, I can't imagine playing in Las Vegas without some kind of roof, either retractable or permanent. But I loved this. I loved how we kind of blended the zigzag roof from Los Angeles into the luxury plaza suite thingies over here. Another great use of a little hotel building. Looks great blended in. Again, using the wave pool. I gotta borrow this idea. I hope you're okay with it. You started a trend here, bro, I think. It looks amazing. And then, you know, covering up with the shipping containers is a good idea as well. Scoreboard walk right under the scoreboard. Beautiful. Pretty different behind home plate and the baselines. I love this little section over here. I haven't even discussed left field yet. This came from this whole thing that got hidden away in a brilliant way just to put this cool little section of seats in there. Great work. I love Legends Ledge. It looks so unique in here. You got the windows back here used by this building. This guy. Beautiful. Look at how stacked this is. It looks so cool. Using the lazy river again to kind of, you know, break these sections up kind of makes this look a little bit more fancy. This guy's brilliant. Brilliant ideas in here. Another little funky section over here. A little kosher grill and a cold drinks concession stand right in the middle of the action. That's one of my least favorite things about going to a ball game is you want to get all their good food, but you miss like 2 or 3 innings waiting in line, no matter what concession stand you go to. So if you had one where you could see the action better, that would be great. And now look at this press box area. Amazing. Look at this. This even had, you know, he used the bar. Is this a bar in here? Oh, no, a concession stand. Oh, no, these are bathrooms. He's got them hidden away just enough to put the little TV screen up there, just like you would in a luxury suite. And then you got the clubhouse with the ugly parts hidden. The MLB Network sign sticking out. Amazing. It just really makes me mad when you guys make these stadiums this good. Oh, man. Great work, dude. I like this little use a concession stand to make it look like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a part of the wall, or if it's like a little deck that people can walk around, but looks good. Got the palm trees, flags. I'm so jealous. So creative the way he thought of all this stuff. And look at this. He's got things hidden in here just for the stairs. Hides everything so well. Great work, bro. Dude, I got to look up more of your stadiums. Yeah, I love this stadium a lot. And I'm going to look for more of your stadiums. I hope you submit more for me to check out. But if you don't submit them, I might just grab some anyway. But let me know if there's one specific that you want to see on Studio 44, and I'll put it in. One way you can be sure you see a new video that comes out is please like, please subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when more videos are coming. Let's move on to the next stadium before I get sick from how good this one is. How do you top horror movie stadium? You make Coca-Cola Waterworks. The stadium comes from Derry, Missouri, altitude of 5,279 feet. I think that's max, right? Built in 2022. Now take a look at this bad boy. Again, hitting the ball into all these plants, trees, whatever you want to call them. Hearing the branches break and the leaves scatter. A great idea. Right behind the batter's eye, you got this great concourse with all of these fountains back here, different levels. I've always liked this building, but couldn't find the best way to use it. Murph pulled it off amazingly. Great little deck out here with some seats. Escalators look pretty great. Now look at this little pool out here. Gorgeous. With the 3 different levels and the lazy river kind of blended right into the pool. Awesome. And I like using the waterfall. I think I did this myself in the ballpark at the Boonshot Casino. Using the pool water from the water slides and then hiding the water slides. I think it looks much better because it's like clearer. You know, it looks, using the water prop, it looks like dark and murky. This is nice and clear and clean. And these little tables out here, gorgeous. And then I always like the little plant area, right in front of a concourse. Cool little restaurant spot up here, little tiki bar up this way. Awesome entrance into the stadium with the turnstiles. And I always like this building, putting the fountain in the middle of it. Makes a lot of sense. Park in the background. Dead center field, kind of an industrial area right here. You got the Coca-Cola factory. Coke is my drink, by the way. Coke is it. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. Let a guy drink Coke. I know it's bad for me. I know. Spent a lot of time outside of the city. I don't know how you guys make your stadium so awesome and still have memory to put all these parking lots and buildings and cool stuff outside of the stadium. I'm gonna make that look again. Great job kind of facing the outside of the stadium. It's always nice when you can do this. I think it gives the stadium a nice final touch. Parking garage kind of connected right to it. Smart. I love using the bathrooms as an entrance. Fantastic work once again, Murph. Oh, and we have anomalies. Anomalies. That's like the name of this. That's the word of this channel now. Anomaly. Coca-Cola backdrop or batter's eye blended right into this building to make the Coca-Cola party pool. And of course, you added people into the sections, which you can't do if it's stuck as the backdrop or the batter's eye. Can't do it. Just can't do it. You can't do it. That's my Larry David voice. Ah, pretty good. Yeah, awesome little bleacher section out here. More anomalies with the Minnesota Twins backdrop in the background. So cool. I think it's always smart to close off using some kind of end cap. I don't know why. I mean, I know they're imaginary people, but it always just makes sense to protect the imaginary people. Don't let them fall off the edge. I always like this move too. Blend the team store into a different building. That the original building is just so like 70s looking, right? Is it 70s? Is that the decade I'm thinking of? That blue facing? It doesn't look the best, but it's cool that you can see like the shirts and stuff in there. Yeah, they say Jersey right on them. Are they from New Jersey, or is it because they are a Jersey? And that's because they're a Jersey, because it says cap on the caps. I never paid enough attention, I guess. Does it say T-shirts on there? Yeah, it does say T. It says state. It says state. I guess I should pay more attention to that, but yeah, okay. Murph, fantastic work, buddy. I know you have more to see. Let me know which ones you want to see next. Until then, we'll move on. Okay. I'm facing my TV right now. I'm making that face. Riverside Park, ABC XYZ, altitude 2,000 feet, built in 2022. Now that I've read all that, I'm going to turn and make that face again. Sandman Dan, the creator of this stadium. What are you doing to me, bro? One more time. Let's make the face really big. That's my damn you, Dan. He's gone and done it. One of the more creative things I've ever seen in this stadium creator tool. Out in right field, we have a fountain. Looks great, right? And I always wanted to do this. This too. The bridge kind of over the fountain. Could never pull it off. But this isn't just any old fountain, folks. The water comes in from the river outside. How freaking awesome is that? Dan, you've outdone yourself, buddy. Amazing. Amazing. So clean, too, using the hills to kind of close things off up to the deck. Wow. Got the drawbridge in the background, a bunch of boats. I'm so mad at you, Dan. So mad. Because this is the kind of thing I would love to incorporate into a stadium. But now if I do it, I'm just copying you because you thought of it first. Great work. I thought I was clever just thinking of a way to put a bridge over the fountain. And you went and made your fountain come from outside. Unbelievable. So smart. Singers back in left center field. Got some people hanging out in there. Great work. Perfect scoreboard for the stadium. Got a little luxury section over here. Oh, this looks really good. These little planters, or what do you call it? Is that what you would call these little grass patches? Plant boxes. This looks great too over here, this lower section with the signs in the background, another like little concourse area up top. Pretty standard. Behind home plate and down the first and third base lines. But Dan, I've never seen this before. This works really well. Putting the luxury seats right in this stadium right here, or this building right here. Awesome. Ballpark Eats, Team Store, chicken kebabs. Oh, okay. Oh, you put the smart. So good. I just want, oh, look at this. Ballpark ferry. Oh, you can take the ferry to the game. That's awesome. I'm sorry. I should let you guys explore this more once I open it up. But this is the perfect little situation right here. Perfect little building to throw into a stadium like this. And then you blend in the nachos and hot dog sign. Absolutely love it, Dan. I was going to, take a break from you, but no, you had to come up with this freaking stadium. Man, I'm so glad I found all you guys. Thank you so much again for submitting a stadium. We may have done a record today. 6. We showed 6 stadiums today. Hopefully I can trim this up. Oh, I've been recording for 51 minutes. Yeah, I'll trim this up quite a bit, I hope. As always, leave your username and your stadium name in the comments below. You guys are probably tired of hearing me plug this, but please, please check out Respect the Pick, my podcast with my brother and my nephew. We talk a lot about pop culture, nerd culture. Baseball does show up. My nephew hates baseball, but me and my brother are practically obsessed. Some other sports. We're mostly baseball guys, other than like basketball and football, and certainly not hockey. No offense to hockey fans, I just never got into it. But yeah, I love all these stadiums. Thank you again so much for continuing to watch and continuing to submit stadiums. I want this to grow, and I want Respect the Pick to grow, and it'll only grow if you guys help. So thank you so much again for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when new videos are coming out, and I'll see you all very, very soon.